I be fried.
And now we live. You talking about you
live.
fried?
We
That's
live. We live. We live. Hey y'all, I'm about to do this little intro. Do his little intro. Let's get it, man. Legends live forever. Kobe, we got P, MJ in the building. Just came off the Warriors. They done lost to the Kings. Dynasty over, man. What's your instant reaction to the Warriors, bro?
Turn of the tide is what it is.
Yeah, it's cooked. I ain't gonna lie. Like I knew it was cooked last year because Sac really should have beat them last year. The Kings really should have beat them last year.
Yeah,
but like, you know what I mean. I seen the way them Kings was running on the court last year with them. Murray would have had a couple more. Would have had a few more good games because he ain't played too well in the series last year. He came out with a vengeance tonight. Yeah,
from jump.
Yeah,
I'm like, he looked like the real Splash brother.
No, for real.
Clay was nowhere to be found.
He was
What's
on.
up,
yeah, it's cooked.
It's cooked. I mean, my take on it is I had the Kings winning this game. Did I think it was going to be a blowout like this? Heck no. I thought De'Aaron Fox, he'd have a good game. Sabonis, he'd, dish off. I thought Harrison Barnes, and he did have a decent game for his standards and all that. I ain't even throwing no shade, but, it was a collective effort. But I knew that it had to be, a step up when you don't have Malik Monk. You don't have Kevin Huerter. But I still thought they would get it done. But my overall take on it is if Steph Curry, please
get in the camera frame. Zoom out.
If Steph Curry really wants to compete for a championship, he got to get out of the Golden State. He got to. Now it's his decision because he can pull a Tim Duncan, stay for his team that drafted him his whole career, and he has all right to do that. But I would like to see the greatest shooter of all time continue to compete for championships at the highest level. And with Golden State, with a team that has drafted terribly since, they got KD, Wiseman, bust. Moody, he ain't no bust, but Steve Kerr doesn't know how to develop these guys. Steve Kerr just started putting Kuminga in the starting lineup, and then he actually, this game, took him out the starting lineup for Andrew Wiggins, who wasn't doing nothing. So I don't think Steve Kerr is in tune with the younger players to help build them up. And I don't think Steph Curry is really going to do anything in Golden State now, bro. It's over unless he wants to go ahead and get a trade. Play with my man, Bron.
Hey, Cole.
You a Lakers fan, you like to see it.
Hey, Cole. What are you talking about, bro?
Why did we get on this joint at 1 o'clock in the morning, bro?
Bro, what is he
I'm
talking
so
about,
serious.
Bro?
I swear I was, bro.
What is he talking about?
When I texted you when I said I was tired, bro, and you told me that you was tired, and we was like, we gonna move this to Thursday. I was thinking that was a bad decision because I'm like, all of the news gonna be over. Like, it's not gonna be news no more. We can end this now, bro. Like, if you how you starting?
So you don't want to see Steph just compete for championships? You want to see him just lie? You're like, you're like, what's going on?
We talk. He's the franchise player for a reason, Miles. He's the franchise player for a reason. Like, you don't just get rid of those. Curry is one of those Kobe's. He's one of those Tim Duncans, as you said. That's his home. He built that.
He literally
it's disrespectful to have him in the playing tournament, bro. Like, I don't want to see this. I'm not even a Curry fan. I just want to see greatness. This is crazy, bro.
So what about Bron in the playing tournament right now?
Oh, it's cool. No, we locked it up. I mean, not we,
I'm
but
just
my
saying,
man locked it up.
Bron's been in the play-in tournament the last 2 seasons.
3.
I mean, he's 40. I mean, but he's 40 though. Like Steph still got several years left.
Hey, I'm putting it like this: if you lacing them up and getting on the floor, it is what it is. It is. If you lacing them up and getting on the floor, I don't care what the age is. You playing ball.
So what's the next step then? What's the next step for Golden State? Because Steph still got 3. I thought he got 2 great years. 4. He can play till he can pull a Tom Brady and play. He can shoot forever.
Bro, don't say nothing crazy.
He can shoot forever. What is he talking about? What is he talking about?
He got more than 2 more good years. Like, what is we talking about? He got
that proves my point more.
No, he got at least 5 good ones. But the next step for the Warriors is you go get him the help that he needs.
He's not leaving. He's not leaving the Bay. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, what is he talking?
I'm still stuck on the fact that you said he need like to get traded or like leave.
That's what I'm saying.
No, he was the most out of there. They don't deserve him. What do they got there? Draymond is a crash out. Clay is living in the past. The young players don't mess with the coach. What is there for, bro? He was getting triple team all game.
Next time.
I forget what's the next steps. Like y'all not saying
you know,
any
I have to ask you this sometimes. Like I have to ask you this sometimes. Like, are you trolling or are you like for real?
What? What's the next steps? You're not saying the next steps. You're just saying you.
It's just the fact of the matter is he's not leaving the Bay. Like we got to start with that part. The second part is yes, they have to develop the players better, but like Kuminga is something in the making. I don't want to call him an all-star in the making or like nothing crazy, but like Kuminga's a good player, a very, very good player. You know what I'm saying? Like they got some.
Good. He's good.
Huh?
He's good.
I'm just saying. What is it? What is it? Year 2, 3?
I think his coach hurt him. He give him a Mark Jackson, he probably would have been better. But that's just one for another day.
All right, bro. Well, the fact of the matter is Mark Jackson is not here. Mark Jackson is not here.
Okay? Yeah, and they stuck with Steve Kerr. That was rolling off, KD coattails. So what is he about to do with this roster?
Did they not win before KD got there?
Bro.
They did.
The team that Mark Jackson built, and then Steve Kerr listened to his assistant in the finals that said, put Iggy in the starting lineup, and the rest is history. Like, Steve Kerr, bro, that's the conversation for another day. Because I'm
not saying Steve Kerr is a great coach by any means. I honestly slick agree with you. Like, I'm not saying he's great.
Bro, what are we talking about? Right?
It isn't.
Hey, listen, P. Great is a. I'm not gonna call it a reach or a stretch, but like he be making some very questionable decisions. He makes very questionable decisions down the stretch of games. I wouldn't lie to you.
Every coach makes questionable decisions down the stretch.
Yeah. Every coach makes
4 chips.
He got 4 chips for sure. He makes.
What are you talking about, bro?
Hey, listen. I don't know about the player development and all of that. I'm not here for that part.
So do you trade Clay? Do you trade like I just don't get what's the next step? Clearly, what they're doing isn't working though.
God.
Huh?
Clearly, what they're doing isn't working. You can't because you can't run it back with the same squad. You can't. You can't.
I don't think you're expecting them to do squad, but it's just like any other dynasty. Like you go through your period and everything, and then you have that bit of a fall off, and then you rebuild to whatever is next for your franchise. Kobe went through it, Tim Duncan went through it, Dirk Nowitzki went through it. Like all the greats that have stayed on the same team forever, they've all gone through it. So now you reassess, you go get the pieces that best fit Curry and best fit your franchise, and you move forward. That's all it is.
But I feel like their year to retool was 2022. That was a great Steph proved a lot of people wrong. He went crazy. And that was the year that they had a setback the year before where they was terrible. That's why they got the number 2 overall pick. And then that next year, they won the chip. I don't see any light in the tunnel now.
But the setback was injury, though. Like like everybody. Steph missed like 50-something games that year. To come back the next year, be healthy and win a chip. Like I'm kind of missing what you're saying. Like obviously the dynasty.
I mean, that was a step back. That was like that's not even you can injury all that. They won like 19 games that year. That was a fall off.
They played without their entire core for basically the whole season.
Well, they got their core now, and they were the 10th seed. I mean, they were the 10th seed.
You know, things happen, but I don't know what.
I mean, I'm just not going to say just things happen. All right, it's cool. I'm gonna just run it back with the same guys. Like,
but I'm not saying
something big is gonna happen this summer, though.
It's not about running it back with the same squad. I see what you're saying. I understand fully what you are saying. Like, I get what you're saying. The fact of the matter is, though, is that Steph is not leaving. Draymond still got 3 years left on 3 years left on his contract. He's still gonna be there. Draymond is still Draymond, crash out or not. Like, I don't know what you. Like I don't know what you're expecting from him, but like Draymond is still Draymond, and he's just had the best shooting season of his career. Like I don't know Clay. Obviously, I don't know. We're gonna have to see about Clay, but like I don't know. You seeming like you ready to destruct the whole thing, and it's kind of like I don't know, bro. They 2 years removed from a championship.
I'm ready to just rebuild. Yeah, to trade Clay. If you're not going to trade Steph, you got to trade Clay because you got to flip some. You got to trade Clay. You got to trade Andrew Wiggins.
Trade Steph. Like let that go. That's over with. Like all
right, let's just say let's say Steph. You know he got his kids, the family there. He wants to stay put. All right, cool. But
what do you mean?
It's either you trade in Clay or you trade in Wiggins. Like somebody got to go so you can get assets to bring in somebody else. I don't think they have any cap space because they gave. Well, matter of fact, because I think Clay he has a player option or he's an unrestricted free agent. So
you realize they still got one more game, right? Like in the play-in, and
no,
then
they don't. They're done.
They're done. They done.
That's what I'm saying. Like their season's over, bro.
But like the fact of the matter is like we said they was done after the 22 season. And then they, you know what I'm saying, they came back and they did something. I'm not saying they're going to win a championship this year. I'm just saying after seeing the Pelicans and Lord knows what's going on with Zion, if you let the Warriors sneak into the playoffs, I don't know, bro. It's going to be hard.
Them losing tonight is over for them. The Kings is over. To play the Pelicans. Yeah, they see the Warriors season over.
That's
over. It's over.
Yeah, Warriors season's over.
Because the Kings got to
Pelicans versus Kings. Yeah, this is like do or die for them. That's why, bro. That's why I came in this joint on hot.
This summer, the Warriors will do some reconstruction, and we'll see what they look like for next season. But getting rid of Steph, you can hang that to bed. Like,
yeah, he's not going nowhere.
He's not.
You can't get rid of Steph. You literally just built him a new arena. Like you built him a new arena.
Hypothetically, if Steph was like, I want out.
Steph is not.
If hypothetically, if Steph wanted out and you're the Warriors owner, hold on, no, I'm wrong. I'm dead. Like, if Steph hypothetically wants out and if you're the Warriors owner, do you grant Steph's request or you say no?
No.
Why would you grant that? Why would you grant that?
Sit still. We got you. Just relax. Like, give us some time. Like,
just give me a year. Just give me a year.
What are you talking about, bro?
And they got space. They got money. Like, they have money. Like,
they will get rid of that entire organization, front office, and players before Steph Curry leaves the Bay.
And they have money. They don't have nobody's under a big contract. Like, they got money to blow. Somebody will come play with Steph Curry. I'm sorry. Somebody will. I know it.
Paul George? I like to see that. If Paul George don't go to Philly, I like to see him in the Bay. How y'all feel about the Lakers advancing? What is going on, yo?
Cole, your boy tweaking, bro.
Is that a real thing? Is there an insider that reported that?
Well, Paul George to Golden State?
Yeah,
how's he, bro? He has a player option. He is opting out of that, John. He will be a free agent this summer, and my Sixers will be first in line to get PG-13 in Philly. He ain't staying with the Clippers. with Kawhi, who can't stay healthy at all.
So he gonna come play.
He gonna be healthy for the Olympics.
So you just said Kawhi can't stay healthy, so he gonna come play with Joel Embiid.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They give me MVP. They give me MVP.
So
let's just give him one so we can stop.
All right, so you said the Warriors got cash space. They can, maybe acquire Paul George.
I ain't gonna lie. This is a bad start for you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come up with solutions. Y'all not coming up with no solutions. Y'all just like,
the solution is give the Warriors time to do what they do.
I don't know why.
I'm just saying, my man is like 36, bro. Like, what time does he really have?
So he's supposed to just ask to go and play somewhere else, bro.
I mean, that's kind of how the league has been going.
He got drafted by that team. He's the centerpiece. They just built him a new stadium.
I'm just saying, bro is crying. I mean, that was real tears. It wasn't fake tears.
Everybody
he want to win a championship.
Playoffs.
I think he was crying because that was a hard-fought season. And he knows it's the end of something.
Yes.
Like, I don't think he was crying because he.
Like, come on. Like, what is we talking about?
You think he crying because he leaving the Bay?
He crying. He don't want to be Draymond's teammate no more. I mean, he be crashing out.
You trolling, bro.
Bro, he's wild.
It's too late.
That's not no crazy take. The fact that Steph don't want to be Draymond's teammate, he was wilding on bro this season, all season.
But
he was wild on bro.
Draymond. He's always done this.
And what you don't understand,
he ain't doing now. I don't know what's up because this season.
What you mean? They lost the championship.
They lost 3-1 championship because Draymond was tweaking. He got suspended for a reason. He didn't just get suspended because he was walking up and down the court. No, he went and kicked somebody, and then you feel me? Like, what is he talking
and then he made KD leave. He made KD. If KD
always get Draymond.
Draymond, like that's who he is.
So you don't think Steph is tired of that? Like, I'm done. Like,
oh yeah. We however many years in, and finally I'm tired. Now you got to go.
Like, come on. Like, at this point, it is what it is, bro. We got 4 chips together.
That's like you having a crash out friend, and like y'all turn 40, and you be like, you know what, nigga, I'm tired of you. Like, I'm done. I'm done. Like, what do you mean, bro? We've been friends for 40 years, bro.
It is what it is, bro.
Like,
I'm just saying, I want to see Steph play in May. Like, I just don't want to see him play. Stop playing before my birthday. Like, you feel me? Like my birthday and what?
We do not care. We do not care. We do not care.
Wow, the first season.
They're not my team. I'm trying to be optimistic for them.
What
about your team?
My team?
What about your team?
Who?
Because y'all, Kobe. Y'all had a big game.
I know you ain't talking about mine.
Who is your team?
We number 1 in the East right now.
Oh,
yeah, Mr. Tatum. Yeah, Mr. Jason Tatum. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna fold again.
Oh yeah, we gonna
So
wait, LeBron and them, they beat the Pelicans.
Yeah, I'm trying to be optimistic about it. Is it too late to sign JaVale or Dwight like before the series starts? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it too late for that?
Yeah, injuries have hurt y'all.
It's not even about the injuries. It's about the we had the formula for stopping Nikola Jokic, and then we got rid of it. Did we not?
What was the formula?
When we won the bubble championship, did we not have to go through them?
Don't get me wrong. No,
Jokic in the bubble versus now is way different.
Wait.
Don't get me wrong. I get where you coming from.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The last time that Nikola Jokic was stopped was like, you know what I'm saying? Like we had the formula for it.
He wasn't the player that he is now, though. He a different beast.
He's a different beast, yeah. But I'm feeling like. See, the thing is we trying to get AD to match Jokic in like points and assists and things of that nature. We need to move AD back to the 4. We need to move AD back to the 4. Just hear me out. Just ride with me for a second. P, you might not like it. I don't know. You might. We need to move AD back to the 4. Bring a big man in, an actual big man who wants to play big man. Somebody to come in.
Hayes.
Huh?
Jackson Hayes.
What
That's all y'all got. That's all y'all got.
Yeah. But that's why I made the joke earlier. Is it too late to sign JaVale or Dwight? Because the fact of the matter is Jackson Hayes, there's nothing that he can do with Nikola Jokic. Like, there's nothing that he can do at all with Nikola Jokic. It's that's dog food for him. That's dog food for Nikola.
But like, if AD is the top 3,
everybody's dog food. But my point is, bro, is you have to bring somebody in that's going to match Nikola Jokic's physicality. AD's not going to do that. The fact of the matter is we don't have a big on our roster to match Nikola Jokic's physicality. And I feel like that's the only way that you can stop Nikola Jokic. Like, you can't stop Nikola Jokic, but the only way to try to slow him down, I believe, is to match physicality with him. Somebody that's going to get in there and bump with him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think Jokic is like, he's up to that superstar tier, to that LeBron, Steph, Giannis tier that, like, no matter what you do, you're not stopping him. It's just about what parts of his game can you stop. So what's so great about Jokic? He can have 30, but he can have 15 assists. So the best way to guard Jokic is let him go off. Let him go off. Let him get 40 if he wants to. But you can't have him let him get 40 and 10 assists. You gotta lower down the assists. So let Jokic go off. You ain't gonna stop him. But if you cannot let Jamal Murray go for 30-point triple doubles like you was doing, or can you not let Michael Porter Jr. hit 7-6 threes, or KCP hit threes, and Christian Brown? Like, those are the guys the Lakers got to worry about. Jokic, that's inevitable.
That's inevitable for sure. I don't think we have a formula to stop them, but we don't have Dennis Schroeder guarding Jamal Murray no more. It'll be like Spencer Dinwiddie now. Which I don't think is going to help very much. But listen, y'all, I'm not saying we're going to win. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to keep hope alive, trying to be optimistic about this whole situation, trying to tell y'all what I think we can do, what we could do potentially. Y'all teams don't have to see Nikola Jokic in the first round, okay? That's the fact of the matter. Y'all teams don't have to see Nikola Jokic in the first round.
So, P, is there a way, or how you feel like this series is going to shape out?
What, the Lakers Nuggets?
Yeah.
All right, brother. No. Come on, bro.
Hey, Miles, I'm gonna put it like this, bro. The Nuggets about to go get some sauce. They gonna dunk them mugs 4 times and get them boys up out of there.
That was corny as hell.
I ain't gonna hold you, but it's this series is about matchups, and the Lakers just don't have it. They don't have it now. The way that they can offset the matchup is arguably the greatest player of all time having one of those epic series on his way out, and Anthony Davis having one of those 30. When I say on his way out, towards the end of his career, not this season, on his way out towards the end of his career, having one of those epic, unbelievable series, and Anthony Davis having one of them 28 and 13 type series. Like, those two have to combine at least for 50, 60, together to really carry this team through. But them doing that for 4 games versus the Nuggets and winning 4, that's tough to see. So I'm thinking it's going to be in 4 and 5. But I just don't know.
I think we get one this year.
The problem, it wasn't like last year the games wasn't competitive. Like, they was competitive. It was just at the end of the games, Bron, like, for instance, like, Bron would be great first quarter to third quarter. Come the fourth quarter, my man is 40 years old. Like, he going to end up getting tired. It's going to be somebody else that just got to pick it up.
He was hurt.
I agree with that.
Whatever it was, he lost steam again.
I think a big thing for the Lakers is last year, when you look at game 1, they let a game slip.
Yeah.
They were supposed to get game 1. And now I think that deflated them through the rest of the series. So if they go to Denver and they get in that situation again, you have to steal a game. Because if you don't, it's going to be the same thing. You can hang it up.
Yeah, you can't go to LA.
If we can steal one, we're gonna have a different conversation. Not completely different, but like we're gonna talk about it a little different. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. We stole one.
Shout out Florida, man.
Shout out Florida.
That's not insane.
What?
Oh yeah, the whole address is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
That was.
Did folks put the mailbox too?
Yeah, it was.
Peace, send them some gear.
Hey, y'all up tonight? Because we was about to. I was in the bed. He said he was ready. I was like, damn, I can't let my man down.
I ain't gonna lie, it would have been easy just to turn the light off.
Real. So I mean, it's gonna be I see. I tweeted out. I said Nuggets in 6. I think that LeBron will have at least one game that like he puts on a master class, but I don't have that much faith in Anthony Davis offensively to match Jokic. I think defensively, he'll do what he gotta do. He'll rim protect, get rebounds, all of that. Yes. But you gotta be able to match Jokic offensively. And you and Brown, like you said, P, LeBron and AD, they have to match Jamal and Jokic. Last year they got outplayed badly by those two. Now Murray, I don't know if he can play that well because he was playing like out of his mind. Like I don't know if he can play that well, but come to playoffs, he be different.
He always shows up in the playoffs. He showed up all season, but in the playoffs he does take it to the next step.
I think somebody we ain't talk about. And
hold on. Can I say one more thing about it?
Yeah.
Me and P talking about still in one game. You just said in 6. If we get 2 games, I ain't gonna lie. If we get 2 games, bro, and it goes to 6 or 7, I'm taking us again. I'm taking us.
The reason why I said 6 was because some guy that we didn't mention, D'Angelo Russell, I'm gonna be optimistic for y'all and say that he plays better than what he put forth last.
I think he plays great in the first round. I think he'll play. The conference finals scene to me, I think that was a little bit too. I think that was a little bit too much for him. The conference finals was too much for him. Also, him and Darvin Ham was having like a lot of internal conflicts and struggles.
Yeah, I ain't Darvin Ham fan.
I'm not huge on Darvin Ham, but it is what it is. Him and Darvin Ham was having some struggles last year, obviously. And obviously we had to get Dennis Schroeder up out of there. I wasn't too much of a fan of that either, but I see why it had to happen. But I think D'Angelo Russell in the first round will play. I don't think the lights are too bright in the first round for him. Like I just don't. And I believe like going in, he looks at us. We're looked at as the underdog, so it's like the light's not going to be too bright. We made it to the conference finals, and nobody thought we was going to make it to the conference finals last year. And so once we got there, all of a sudden it was like the Lakers made the conference finals, and people had expectations all over again. That's crazy to say, P?
I mean, just speaking personally, I felt that they were going to get there. I didn't think the Warriors had enough to stop them. And who did they play? Who did they play in the first round?
I'm talking about. So this is what I'm saying. Now, I'm saying the path that we had to get there. Yeah. Obviously, the path that we had to get there was kind of like, all right. Once we got in the playoffs and we saw the path, like we had the Warriors and the Grizzlies. After we won that Grizzly series and we knew we had the Warriors, it was kind of like, all right, we're gonna get to the conference finals.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like the whole way through the season, like nobody was talking about us getting to the conference finals. We made the play in. Nobody was saying we was gonna get to the conference finals. That's what I'm saying. Like the lights got too bright and there became expectations once we got there. I don't think that's what's happening right now in the first round. Like everybody's expecting we're gonna lose.
I think whether it's the first round or the Western Conference Finals, D'Angelo Russell has to see Jamal Murray. And Jamal Murray is that matchup is favorable to Jamal Murray. day in and day out.
Is that who is that? I don't think that's the matchup that we're gonna see.
Oh, we're gonna see it. Jamal Murray is gonna make sure that we see it.
Jamal Murray will force the switch.
Make sure that we see it.
He'll force the switch, but I think the matchup is Austin Rivers, is it not? I think Austin Rivers will start on Jamal.
Austin Reeves. Even that's still favorable to Jamal Murray. But it's just
for sure.
Like, I think that the series is going to come down to if the Lakers can shoot the three at a super high clip to keep them in the game, they will be okay. But again, LeBron James and Anthony Davis have to put on master classes every game of this series to get the job done. If they don't, the system of the Denver Nuggets will run them out the gym in 4 or 5.
I think AD has to put on a defensive masterclass. I don't know.
And I think it's
he has to do both. He has to. He can't do what he did today. 6 for 16. That's not going to cut it. They almost lost. Heck, if Zion ain't injured his hamstring, he might have been because the Pelicans were on their way.
Might be having a different conversation. But I think more so Anthony Davis needs to focus on the offensive end. He needs to have a masterclass offensively because defensively, Jokic is going to do what Jokic does, and you have to stay out of foul trouble. But offensively, you have to match, whether it's 25, 30, you have to match that or exceed that for y'all to be in the game. So if he got 30, you need to be having 35, 37, because he has to match that offensively. Defensively, it's going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah. But like I was saying, if it gets to 6 or 7 games, Miles, I don't know. I'm super high on us if we get to 6 or 7 games. I am. I just think I think the greatness that is LeBron James. Like if you allow LeBron James to get that deep in a playoff series, I think it gets really hard to beat him personally.
We gonna see. Let's get into this Team USA roster that was finalized, and I'm gonna give my first take. And I really don't think this is a hot take. I've been coming in with hot takes this whole episode. So I'll list off first the roster. And obviously Kawhi was the last person to be added, but you have LeBron, KD, Steph, Joel Embiid, Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Kawhi Leonard, like I said, Devin Booker, Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Edwards, Bam Adebayo, and Anthony Davis. It's this what I like to see from as a Team USA team. I know the FIBA, we had Austin Reeves and Bobby Portis. I mean, those are good complementary players, but they shouldn't be your top dogs on Josh Hart. Like they shouldn't be your top dogs. So I'm glad that like we have the KDs, the Stephs, the LeBrons running it back. But my biggest problem with this roster is that they have a lot of guys that do the same exact thing. LeBron James. Oh, I won't even say LeBron James, but Kevin Durant, Tatum, Anthony Edwards, all do the same exact thing. Kawhi Leonard do the same exact thing.
What do you mean?
They scored the ball. They scored the ball. So I don't get why you add Kawhi Leonard when you have 3 guys that do the exact same thing. Why didn't you just add Alex Caruso? That's a guy that would have done everything. Loose balls, set some hard screens. Because unfortunately, with the you're gonna face a France team, and they have an Evan Fournier that's gonna do all the little stuff, and you cooked. That's how you lose. You don't need all superstars, bro. You don't need all superstars. What was the point of having Kawhi Leonard? What was the point? What was the point of having Kawhi Leonard? Alex Caruso is a winner. He got a chip.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Back,
Stop playing with my man, yo. Stop playing with my man.
He's never coming back, bro.
It's just, what are we talking?
I ain't gonna lie, as a basketball coach, I wouldn't come back. Like that's That was
Yo, like,
All right, look,
Alex
look.
Caruso, as a basketball coach, Alex Caruso does everything that you want to do.
As a basketball coach on my regular team roster, Alex Caruso, I love it all day, every day. Appreciate you for everything you do, and I believe Alex Caruso is a really good NBA basketball player.
very good.
Should he be on this team? No. Let's just let's just put it like this. I like the team personally. I think one person that should be on the team, um, that didn't get picked is Paolo Banchero. I think he would have been a great addition to this team. But I'm not mad at the roster by any means. I think this roster has everything you need to go win a gold medal, and that's the goal, to go win a gold medal and dominate in USA basketball fashion. From having my experiences with USA basketball, that is the goal for this Paris Olympics, is to make it very clear that the United States of America still runs basketball in the world, and make that statement. But this team, I believe, can get that done. But to say that they got a bunch of guys that do the same thing, this team's about sacrifice. This team's about sacrifice. It's not about what you do for the Celtics or the Lakers or the Warriors or the Suns or whoever you play for. It's about coming together and sacrificing whatever that is for us to go dominate and winning fashion. And all the great USA teams that we have seen similar to this, that have players that do the same thing or are their same type of star on their team, they made sacrifices to get the gold medal in dominant fashion. I mean, we've seen Dwayne Wade come off the bench when he just came off of winning an NBA championship for the Miami Heat. So, like, this team will be fine. It's just about who makes that sacrifice and, they get the job done. And Steve Kerr is going to be I'm interested to see what he does with this team, because now he has a ton of time to prepare. So he should have no excuse there. He has a ton of time to prepare, as of tonight with them losing. So
Yeah.
I think they're going to be, I think they'll be all right now.
First of all, you're insane.
Alex Caruso. I tweeted it, I put it on the gram, put it on everything.
I saw that.
I made a little TikTok before this job. I'm so serious. Ain't nobody convinced me.
But the mention of Evan Fournier just like really, that was
he was cooking him. He was cooking him, bro.
That was the cherry.
It's gonna be, bro. It's gonna be a guy on Serbia or somebody that's really gonna cook him.
I understand the point that you're trying to make, bro. Nobody is Tony Kukoc out there, okay? Like, there's not a Tony Kukoc. Like, there's not a Tony Kukoc that's about to come in and give Scotty like however many Tony Kukoc did. There's not going to be one of those. This team is built. This team, there are some very good players. There are some very good players, P. I'm not saying
there are
some very good players. There are some very good players, but I believe that the point of this team was to dominate. Like, there's no I don't need role players on this team. The point of this team was, hey, LeBron, if you're having a bad night, Steph, if you're having a bad night, KD's here. Jason Tatum is here. Tyrese Halliburton is here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that we like, unless the sacrifices aren't made, there's no way that we don't see a gold medal. Like, we have to, right? Obviously, things have to play out the way they have to play out, and this team has to make sacrifices. But the fact of the matter is to your point, Evan Fournier, cool. We're not bringing Alex Caruso. We're not bringing role players.
We can't have one, bro.
We do got one. Wait. We do got one.
Bobby Portis. Like,
no, we have a great role player on this team. His name is Drew Holiday.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
His name is Drew Holiday. And then you also have another great role player on this team. His name is Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo is a great role player for what he does when he plays in USA basketball. On this team, Tyrese Halliburton, he will be a role player.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, his name hasn't really been mentioned since this whole team has been announced. Anthony Edwards is a great all-around basketball player on both ends of the floor.
And he showed you that in TV.
Oh, yeah.
And he showed you that
everything 100% of the time. So that's the bottom, half of the guys that we just said is going to make those sacrifices. And then the top half of the guys,
don't have no problem making sacrifices.
Exactly.
They're all going to do what they're going to do best. LeBron's not going out there to score 30. LeBron is going to go out there and have 10 assists. KD, we know, is going to come out there and score 30. Kawhi is going to play.
Score 30.
Yeah, Jason Tatum's going to score 30. Kawhi Leonard's going to defend your best player. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows their role. I don't know what you think we need a role player for.
No, I like Drew Holiday a lot. People was trying to trash, bro. I'm like, you need somebody like that. That's what I'm trying to get at. I still stick by like, if you have Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, is having Kawhi Leonard like for like what 10 minutes gonna move the needle, bro? You got Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant. Nobody in the world got that.
Kawhi
Leonard's not coming to score 30.
Kawhi Leonard moves the needle because on the defensive side of the floor, he sets the tone.
He ain't what he was.
He don't have to be what he was. He got 13 other great basketball players around him. He just has to set the tone for them. I don't have to be the greatest defender in the world. I just have to be who I am, and they're going to follow suit.
Drew Holiday is your on-ball defender. Kawhi Leonard.
I love Drew.
But that's my point, is that all of them are role players now. And all of them know what their role is. And all of them are great in their role. Devin Booker's here. He's going to score 30. Like, we have enough scorers.
We didn't even say him.
He's not going to score 30? D-Book not going
to? I'm saying that's another score. I'm saying that's another score.
I don't think, I think he's going to score. I don't know about 30. I think he's going to score.
I don't know if he'll get enough play time for 30.
Yeah, I think he might be my least favorite player.
Why?
Yeah, Kawhi.
Oh no, I don't know. I just feel like there's other players that could have been in his spot. Like I think, like personally, I think like Paul George could have had his spot. That's me. I think he's a player that could have had his spot. I think, and I know there's a lot that goes into it, but like there's nothing wrong with Devin Booker on his team.
Has Book played on the USA team before?
Yes, he has. Yeah. He has. But there's nothing wrong with Devin Booker on the team. I just think I would have personally.
How y'all feel about Jalen Brunson and Kawhi? See what you said?
Who gets the last spot?
Kawhi got it.
Oh, my math was wrong. All right.
Yeah, Kawhi got the spot.
Who is the biggest snub? I know you said Paul George. People was saying,
heard a lot.
Jalen Brunson, Kyrie. I would have loved to see Kyrie on this team. I think politics went into it, but I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet, but I think politics was in it. But is there a snub that we haven't talked about, or somebody I just mentioned?
I personally think the biggest snub is Paolo Banchero. I think as what he's done in this basketball season in year 2, putting the Magic where they are, his experience with USA basketball was amazing in America. He played really well for them and found his role and exceeded in his role. And I think he's on that uprise when it comes to the young stars in the league that for some reason doesn't get coverage for being a number 1 pick, which is kind of insane. But I think he was probably the biggest snub to me is Paolo.
Yeah. No, I like that. It's weird though, because he is the number 1 pick. I don't know what it is. I'll never hear nothing about bro.
Yeah, they don't show bro no love. Like no love.
Nothing.
I honestly forgot they was like what they did, like the 5 or 6, right?
They did 5. They about to play the Cavs.
I was like, wait, you would have never known that.
We never know that. Never
known that. I don't know that there's when P said Paolo Banchero first, I was like, I don't know about that. But then he explained the USA basketball thing, and honestly, like the reason that I don't really have a snub is because I believe this team is filled with firepower, and I don't know if there's like, you know what I'm saying. That last roster spot though, I really wanted it to go to a young guy, and so when P said Paolo, I was like, all right, I can get with that. But personally, if there was somebody younger than even Paolo Banchero, maybe I'd have been cool with that. I'd have been cool with like a rookie or something, maybe.
Who?
I'm not sure. I don't have one off the top. I'm just saying, like, what they did with AD when AD was on his way into the league? Like,
Oh, like the old school way,
yeah. Like I'd have been cool with something like that. Like
I thought about that, them going back to the old school way of taking like whoever the best college prospect is and putting them on the team. But then again, I know that's it's different times now.
Yeah.
So
it's different times, but like
they ain't gonna put Zach Edey on the show. Or Donovan.
He had to play for Team Canada anyway.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Oh yeah, or Donovan.
It'd probably been Don Connect. He would have probably been,
Yeah. I just would have been cool with something like that though, personally, because it's like Kawhi getting that last spot is cool. Did we necessarily need Kawhi to get that last spot? I'm not sure that we needed it. But yeah, we're gonna find out. Obviously, I think he'll be I don't know about a centerpiece, but I think he'll bring something to the team, definitely. But with this much firepower, like I don't know that we was begging Kawhi to come and play.
Maybe the young player you was talking about was Chet. I ain't too high, but like if you're gonna pick a young player, I'm trying to think. Like that's probably the only, because I think Scotty Barnes is Canada. Obviously, Wemby is France.
Yeah, no. If it was Chet, I'm taking Paolo.
Evan Mobley, maybe Jared Allen.
But Chet and Paolo are in the same draft.
That's what I'm saying. If it was between the two, I'm taking Paolo over Chet. Personally.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah, I know Jaren Jackson wanted to be in it, but if you got AD, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
AD, Bam.
It's cool. I mean, I still got us winning.
I got a question for y'all. How do y'all feel about Joel Embiid being on the team?
I think it's hilarious.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I personally don't like it. I personally feel he should have played for France.
Yeah.
That's how I personally feel. I mean, I don't mind him playing for Team USA, but I personally feel he should have played for France.
Man, let's Dennis Schroeder out there by himself.
It's good. I mean, like, it's cool that like you because having him play with Wemby or Rudy Gobert being on the bench, come off the bench, I mean, that would be cool. One thing I'm vehemently against, just like off a personal note, just like how history and black people have been treated, France got no right to even say something publicly. We can believe it. But they got no right to say we should get. No, Cameroon got all the right to say it publicly. France got no right. I don't care what nobody say. They got no right. You already got a bunch of brothers on your team that would have never been there. If y'all ain't, that's a whole history lesson right there. But yeah, France, they better not say nothing about my guy. But I mean, I was like, he wanna win a chip. He ain't never win that, John. So yeah, I ain't mad at it, but I understand what he's like. Shoot, let me just try to feel what a championship feel like. So probably not gonna get that Joe to Philly.
Yeah, because he's sad.
Not gonna what?
He's not getting that in Philly.
He's sad.
Yeah, just like AD.
It's crazy. It's crazy. He's also injury prone. I don't know why he's playing. Right. He need to be somewhere.
I speak that in the air. We gotta play.
No, I was saying he need to be somewhere rehabbing. Like he just missed.
I mean, like realistically, he might opt out. Like,
yeah, that was my point. Like I wasn't saying he's going to get injured. I wasn't saying he was going to go and get injured. I was saying,
you talking about him getting injured in the Olympics?
Yeah, he realistically might opt out.
Yeah, like he needs to be somewhere rehabbing, getting ready for next year. Trying to get
excited.
No, if I'm him, I'm this probably my best chance to win a chip. Let me go ahead and same Kawhi probably like, let me get that feeling back.
Let me get that feeling.
Kawhi feeling. Let me get that feeling back. Hey, let's last topic. Let's get into the WNBA. Obviously, the WNBA draft was, well, as we're filming it 2 days ago, and it was really exciting. I mean, I'm in New York, and it was at the Barclays Center. You could kind of just feel it, like it was a bunch of people around the arena. I saw a way, way bigger social media presence. It wasn't just Kaylin. Like, Kaylin is the leader of it, but there was still a lot of buzz of Camila, Angel. They were showing Rakia's fit. She was fly as ever in that John. Obviously Cam Brink and her connection to Steph Curry, but obviously this is the Caitlin Clark era. But it's like all the stars are, aligning right now. Like you really have teams like, Chicago Sky, where people gonna want to watch and see, how some teammates now used to be rivals are gonna fare in WNBA. And obviously people want to see what Caitlin Clark does with Aaliyah Boston, see what she does in WNBA, if it'll translate. But people that said that the hype from women's college basketball won't translate to WNBA, I feel like the draft itself knocked that down. I mean, you have Caitlin Clark selling more jerseys for Fanatics in Fanatics history, selling more than Trevor Lawrence. And we know NFL is king. So that was my first takeaway from it, and I'll pass it to P. It just reaffirmed to me that, we're literally seeing a complete shift from, just how WNBA is going to be covered moving on. And I just gotta salute all the ladies in this class that have helped change the game.
Yeah, no, I think it was a great event last night. As we saw from the viewership, it skyrocketed. It got over I think it was 2.5 mil or 2.4, something like that, viewers. But I just think the girls, they showed up and showed out with the fits, with their personalities, and they kind of they stepped into that moment and carried that all the energy that they had from this past season or the past 2 seasons, and carried it into that day. So I'm excited to see what this season presents, coming up here soon. And I'm proud of Rakia for making it to LA. I know her and Cameron Brink gonna go crazy. I'm excited to see what Cardoso and Angel Reese do in Chicago. But like you said, Caitlin and Leah Boston too. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of like little combos together, see what they do down the stretch. But also, like Diana Taurasi said, reality is coming. So like now it's over. Like y'all got to answer that bell now, and y'all here. So May 14th is gonna come very fast. It's gonna come very fast. So I'm excited to see what they do. I wish them all the best of luck, but it's gonna be something to see.
Cool.
I don't have much, man. I think everything that we wanted to see happen is happening. And I think that's the biggest thing, right? There's not, I think as far as the basketball aspect goes, like P said, reality is coming. But I think the fact of the matter is that the game is growing. It continues to grow. And the numbers aren't falling. I think that they dropped the draft watch numbers, and like the draft watch numbers was insane. They had the most viewers. They had more viewers for this draft than like the NBA has had in like some years or something. It was crazy, right? So as long as the game continues to grow, which it will, I'm ecstatic to watch this upcoming season as we got new duos, new rookies. Cardoso and Angel is obviously going to be something to watch. I know you weren't too hot on Angel not making it to LA. Yeah,
pissed me off, and we're gonna talk. Yeah,
he was not happy about this.
But I was pissed because it was nothing against. Do I think Cam Brink and Rakia Jackson right now are better players than Angel? 100%. I'm not debating that. 100%. 100%. But popularity wise, you talk about, people who most people come to see. Most people is Caitlin Clark. Number 2 is Angel Reese. It's not close. So having somebody like that in LA, and LA has 2 top 5 picks, how could you pass that up? Now they got lucky because now you have the Camila and Angel thing, in Chicago, and Chicago is a big market in itself. But how did LA Sparks fumble that? You have 2 top 5 picks and you don't get Angel?
I don't think it was a fumble. I mean, because you gotta think like Cameron Brink is a West Coast kid. Like we don't live on the West Coast, so like her market in the West Coast is huge. Like is big. So taking that home state, bred kid, it made sense. Like you are getting a big star in that market, and that's what it is. And then you add Rakia to it, like that was a better fit for them. and what they've seen for their franchise. And then I think also Angel going to Chicago puts her in a market to where she's going to be able to be who she is.
Yeah, that market is very
a star. So I think it really fell like in the best way that it could.
Yeah, I was happy that she got to Chicago and that she paired up with Camila, because it would have pissed me off if she was in Minnesota. That would have pissed me off, bro. I would have, because I said on one episode I had by myself, I was like, yo, if I was the commissioner, if I was the commissioner, I would have been like, yo, LA Sparks owner, yo, you better draft Angel Reese. I ain't playing with you. Like, we gotta get these tickets up. Like, we gotta get these tickets up. I'm not playing with you. Like, draft her right now. Like, I would. That's what I would be on. But it all worked out, though. It all worked out. It was something I seen today, and this kind of be our last topic. It bothered me a lot. Andrea Carter, I love the work that she does at ESPN. Phenomenal job. Phenomenal job she did during the tournament, during the March Madness tournament. And she's been a part of helping the women's game grow, because people love her commentary too. She said something that took me back. She said, "There's no pressure on Caitlin Clark." What? If you're a number 1 overall pick, there's pressure on you to live up to expectations. Like, what is we talking about? Like, Victor Wembanyama, there was pressure on him to deliver in the NBA. LeBron James, when he was number 1 overall pick, it was pressure for him to deliver in the NBA. Zion, like any number 1 overall pick that has this much hype, it's not just, okay, thank you for, the popularity and all that. Your job is done. You can just play ball freely. Like, it's going to be a lot of pressure on her, and, heavy the head that wears the crown, but like, it's going to be a lot of pressure on her to continue the sharp shooting, the elite playmaking that she did in college in the pros. Like, this is the year where you have everybody's eyes on you. You got to meet expectations. I don't know how y'all felt about that, but I was like, come on. She got to have pressure. Like, it's sports, bro.
You got it, Coach.
Nah, go ahead.
Nah, I want to hear.
Because what I'm going to say, they're not going to like what I'm going to say.
I want to hear what you got to say first.
You know how, like, all right, this is going to sound so crazy, bro. Yeah, just bear with me, though. Y'all know when, like, we be like, okay, never mind. Scratch that. This is what I'm gonna say, bro. Because what I was about to say,
bro. It's 2 a.m. Like, we might as well.
I'm gonna just take it a different route. Personally, what I really think was said without like, if I'm reading between the lines, what I got from it, because I saw it. What I got from it was, and I could be totally wrong, but this is what I hear when I hear that. What I hear is that you're growing the game, yes, but not yet. Is there enough eyes watching for there to be pressure? That's what I hear personally. When you mention Victor Wembanyama, NFL is king, but the NBA is not far behind. There is plenty of people watching NBA basketball. The WNBA still have things that they got to fix. We talked about this, Miles, and I think it might be one of our most liked and watched videos. Last year, the 3-point contest was at like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon on like a Wednesday afternoon. There are things and structures that are not in place yet for the WNBA to be yet a top-notch organization. They're trying to get there, but they're not yet. They're trying to get there. They're trying to get there, and they will get there on the back of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and some of these younger stars that are coming into the game. The game will continue to grow. But what I heard was that not yet has the game grown enough to where there should be what we call and what we feel is the normal pressure that is on athletes that are the number 1 picks. When you mention Victor Wembanyama, when you mention the the
Zion, LeBron.
Yeah, the Zions of the world. Those people had pressure because there were eyes on them, like that. I don't know, the LeBrons. Like there are eyes on Caitlin Clark, but I think that what she was saying is that the WNBA is not yet where those other leagues stack up for there to be pressure. I may be wrong. I may have read in between the lines the wrong way, but that's my take.
I just feel like it was more so her speaking to Caitlin, just be you. Like I don't think like you've had these eyes this whole time. Whether the fans of Caitlin Clark are going to be the fans of Caitlin Clark, they've been watching her for the last 2 years. So like, just go be you. Like nothing. I think she was speaking to the fact of nothing changes for you. You're just playing in a different league now. And all at the end of the day, like Caitlin said in her interview post getting selected, like I just got to go be me, and I'm sure everything will take care of itself, the rest of the way. So I think that's what it was. I think the WNBA is on their trajectory to becoming a prominent league. It's taken every league to do so. They just got this thing rolling in '96. Like we refuse to think about that a lot, but like they just got it rolling in '96. Like the NBA was about to go bankrupt in the '80s. You know what I mean? And then Magic and Bird came on the scene and helped change that. Jordan came on the scene. And then next thing you know, here comes this kid out of Philadelphia that takes the mantle. AI show up. Like, you know what I mean? And then they really get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? Brown, obviously, and so on and so forth. But I think they're hitting their stride of finding that. I think they found their Magic and Kobe with the Candaces and the Diana Taurasi's and all that. Like, this may be their Jordan. Like Caitlin Clark may be their Jordan when it comes to the publicity side of it. You know what I mean? And then there may come, a little girl behind her in a couple years, Juju, who could be their LeBron, and take it to that next step when it comes to the viewership and everything. So I just think it's just, there's no pressure, and just be who you are. Do what you've been doing. Your fans, your eyes, they're not going to change. They're just going to travel with you to where you are now.
That's a good point in terms of like, she, and in order for her to obviously like be her potential, be what we all, believe she can ultimately be. Yeah, she gotta be herself, but I disagree with you, Code, in that like 36 of their 40 games is going to be nationally televised. And they're not going to make the same mistake like they did with the 3-point contest, I believe, and make these games on a Friday at 3:00 in the afternoon. I think they'll actually learn from this and be like, all right, like you said, P, we got our Jordan, we got our face of the league. Now let's go ahead and do this right. Now let's go ahead and have the GOAT versus the Rook. They're already what?
Whoa, face of the league. Whoa.
Face of the league, for sure. For sure. That's not even the question.
One of the faces, okay, but the complete
face. When you think of the WNBA, you think of Caitlin Clark. Ain't nobody else.
Asia Wilson.
A casual fan. I feel like you're so into it. You like see, oh yeah, the greatness of DT. You see the greatness of Candace Parker. You see the greatness of Asia Wilson, all of that. Greatness of a Brittany Griner. You done played on the court with these people. But the casual fan, they look at it as, oh yeah, no, this the new face of the league right now.
You're not wrong, but I think casual fan is the wrong word, because I think a casual fan is still an active watcher. So what you have to say is that there's actual levels to this. There's avid like fans, like there are avid fans, and then there are like casuals, and then there are newcomers to the game. And those are differences. Caitlin is a face because there are newcomers to the game who don't yet understand the greatness of DT and Asia and Candace and the rest of them. But the fact of the matter is that yes, Caitlin is a face, but she's the face for the newcomers. She's not the face for everybody. She's not even the face for the casual fan. I think there's a difference, and that's why P made that face, because there's a distinct difference. Yes, Caitlin Clark is bringing a lot of eyes, but she's bringing a lot of new eyes. Those are new fans, and you can't subtract the greatness of the rest of them for the new eyes that Caitlin Clark is bringing. And if they're real fans of sport, they'll go back and do their research anyway, and they'll realize that Caitlin Clark isn't the face. It's my
I completely. I mean, when you have somebody that teams are, moving to different arenas for because they gotta sell 8,000 tickets or anticipate for that, that's like the face to me. But man, she's gonna be it for them new fans, obviously. And I think the WNBA is doing right by having the GOAT versus the Rook with the Phoenix Mercury, versus the Indiana Fever. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. If you watching this now, like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Show Kobe some love. Show Peace some love. Link to their Instagram, social media, all that will be in the bio. Man, appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Y'all got any lasting words before we hop off this, John?
It's time to go to bed, bro. You did a lot of trolling, bro.
We grinding for y'all, man.
It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. and you out here trolling still. It's time to go.
That's you.
Hey, we signing out, man.
Signing out. All right, y'all. It's Real Talk with MJ. Legends live forever. Kobe, P, MJ. We out, y'all.
Yeah.